seconds to go. I'm on the Zwift Insider Tiny Race number 3. And if you look over there, I left it up so people could see it. We was talking about what was going on in this race. And somebody suggested to me, hey, roll out at 1.5. And I said, you know what? I'll try it this time. If I ever try that again, somebody, one of y'all riders, hop off y'all bike, walk over to me and just slap me. I'm never trying it again. So we give 1-0 and I just take off regularly without boosting myself off. And there's, I want to say 45 people in the race. I think all 45 of them was in front of me. Everybody was in front of me. I looked down and I was like, who's behind me? And there's a reason. I'm at 34. I'm at 33 out of 38 riders. I'm 33 out of 38 on takeoff. I'm 5 spots from last. And I take off and I just say, you know what? We're gonna ride. We're gonna ride. And this is a longer one. I think it was 6.1, a 6.2. And I'm riding and I say, the reason I take off with the power I do and I slow it down right away is because of my size. I have to gun it off the line. I have no choice. So me trying to get the 1500 on the takeoff, it's no being funny. I can't hold that pace. No way I'm gonna hold that pace. But it's a gunshot. I'm like coming out like a bullet, like a sprinter off the line. That's my goal. So I'm in 31 and I'm looking at this race, and this is a pretty fast race. So I expend so much energy catching back up. I tried to stay calm and catch back up, but I'm riding at a much higher pace to catch back up. So this is what's going on now. Once I catch back up in the group, I'm there, but a lot of guys are heading off in front of that group, and I'm like, wow, there's another group ahead of the group. That's what I was thinking as I was coming through the group. But we're riding pretty decent on this. But could you imagine if I had just shot out the barrel? I would be way up front right now. Just riding on this race, pushing the pack on this race. So I'm riding and there's inclines on here. So I kind of know this race. So I'm thinking to myself, I'm just gonna ride with them for a while. So as I'm coming up with them and we're riding pretty good, I'm feeling great about myself right now. I'm feeling good about the race. I'm feeling good about the pace of the race. And I'm looking at what's going on. I know this race is not as hard as most races are. So I'm thinking, I'm just gonna ride with them and stay close to the front of the lead of the pack. That's what my goal was. I'm just gonna stay here close to the lead of the pack. I'm in number 3 now. I've climbed back up. And I get back up in here and I'm riding. I'm sorry, I would never do that again. If I ever suggest me doing that again, BB, if you see this video, Tandem, Gary Price, the rest of the NTS, y'all get off y'all bike, walk onto my bike after I say that and just slap me. I'm never doing that again. Because the energy that I expend afterwards trying to catch back up, I prefer just to push some of that, a quarter of that in the beginning and just rewind myself back down. So I do that and it may come out the same, but it doesn't feel the same. It feels like I was just chasing. Now, as we come down on this, we coming down here, I'm riding pretty good on this race. And I'm feeling great about this race. So I'm thinking to myself, I'm gonna ride through this thing and I'm thinking, I may can win this race. I'm actually getting happy about that. I'm thinking I may get happy and win this race. So I'm trying, that's my goal now. It's just, hey, can I win this race? And I kind of remember, I'm gonna tell you something about this race that I remember. I remember doing this race a while back. And I know, once we go over the bridge and we go through, I know this is London, I think it is. I forgot to look at the name of it, but there's a spot I know when we go through the bridge, we're gonna go down into a tunnel. On that tunnel, I think it goes to -15. And I knew if I could stay close to the front when we got to that tunnel, because that's where I'm thinking we're gonna be at. Once I come out, I'm thinking we're gonna come out the tunnel and cross the finish line. But I knew once I got close to that tunnel, I was gonna eat it up. So that's what I was thinking. So as we're riding, I know there is an incline coming. And I kind of stay back because I should have, if I had taken off this energy that I'm spending when I was trying to catch up, I would have had at the end. I really would have. Because you ever notice when I take off with that gunshot takeoff, I'm not tired. It's just something that gets me going. And it's only going, I'm only doing it for max maybe 4 seconds, 3 seconds. And then I just wind it down all of a sudden. So I'm riding here and I know we got the negative decline and I know everybody, I'm trying to make it so everybody has to push to keep up with me so that when we hit the incline, I noticed the third race, people legs are starting to talk to them a little bit, letting them know that they got legs on them. And I'm thinking to myself, if I can get to the end of this race here and get to this incline, maybe I won't get left as much. Because I look down and everybody's riding right behind me. And I don't mind, like I've been saying before, I don't mind being the pace setter. That has no issues with me. In fact, I feel great about doing it. So I'm riding this race and I'm feeling good about the pace that I'm setting. I'm feeling good about the distance that we got to go on this race. And I'm thinking, okay, cool. I'm gonna ride this thing out in front and just finish the pack up. So as we come around here on this hill, a tandem jumps in front of me, and then I think, okay, cool, I'm just gonna ride with him. But I never really left everybody. So then when we hit this 5%, I didn't remember this. I knew that was incline on the bridge, but this one I did not remember. So as you see, I fall back to 17th. I really keep falling back, and I'm going, okay, cool, 2.3 left. Wow. And I increase my pedals. I keep my power in because I don't want to get left too far. And I know it's not going to the right. So I see as we go to the left, I know there's a bridge coming up. I was thinking to myself, I don't let them get too far away. You see I'm revving it up to 500. I'm thinking if I don't let them get too far, I can catch up with them on the end of the race. So my goal now is not to let them get too far ahead of me. And so I started riding, I'm putting in the pedals, I'm trying to catch back up. I look at the map, I see that there's a decline coming soon. And if I can get powered up on this decline, I can get a good start on getting ahead of everyone, getting back ahead towards the lead. So as we come down the decline, I look ahead and I go, okay, cool, we got 2.0 to go. That's not too bad. I know it's another incline. I think it's on the bridge, I thought it was. And I'm like, okay, cool, we're gonna come across that bridge that I have in my head. And I said, okay, once we cross that, that's gonna be where I gotta really put it in. But as you see now, I'm in 16th. And being in 16th with what we got left, it's not that bad for me. Because like I said, we're at 0 and I'm riding at 45 kilometers an hour. So I know I'm outputting everybody on the ride right now. And then we hit another decline and it gives me a chance to ink back up just a little bit more. Just enough to get closer to what tandem them are, where tandem them at. So I'm trying to ink myself right back up in there just a little bit more, trying to squeeze out just a little bit of something to get back close to them. So as we come around this corner, I look up and I see them riding, and I think to myself, well, this is not gonna be too bad of a race. I'm just gonna catch up with them a little bit, and we're gonna be off. So I'm riding, and I see them really riding. And I see I'm at 44, so I'm thinking, okay, I'm greater than what they're riding at. I see them pedaling, but I'm thinking I'm greater than them. I'm in 14, and we got a kilometer to go. So if I'm gonna win this race, I gotta get closer to number 1. That's all I can do. If I hadn't taken off so slow at the beginning of this thing. That's all I'm thinking about in the race. If I hadn't taken, I could have had a nice pace going. So as we come up this hill, all I'm thinking about is I know there's a decline coming somewhere. And as we hit this incline, I know people's legs are tired, but that's no excuse. I gotta pedal through this thing. So I'm been 10, and we're down to 6.6 kilometers left, and we hit this slight decline, and I'm going, okay, cool. Now I'm thinking everybody's right there in that pack, but I see somebody light it up in front, and I'm like, oh no. All of them got them Tron bikes, and I don't know what that light up is. Somebody can comment on that and let me know. But I look up and I go, boy, they rolling. So now I knew right here is new. I'm looking at, I'm in number 2, and I go, okay, cool. We on this decline. I got it up to 68. I had it up to 68 kilometers coming down that hill. I had it. I knew I had him then. I had him. In fact, you could look at him behind me. I had it. And oh man, that was so nice. Thank y'all for watching this race. Like, subscribe, comment, and anything else. You know what else? Ride on.